Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be going on to the Sim Racing Stewards Reddit, and I'm going to be going through a few clips and giving my opinions on which driver was at fault, and also give you guys a few tips on how to avoid incidents like these. And let's get straight into it. Alright, so this is the first clip. It is GT3s at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. I'm pretty sure it's probably in the multi-class IMSA races that are going on, but let's see. So they're going into the Wall of Champions, and alright, so I'm going to analyze the clip. As you can see, this Can Porsche coming up behind. He very early on makes the move, where this guy, he's kind of, the guy up front here is drifting over, and he brakes. I think that this guy started braking earlier than him. I'm not sure exactly a braking point, but yeah, so this one's a bit tricky. Trying to see when the brake lights turn on. So he started braking here. It's very different than braking. I think the guy had got on the brakes a little bit later, but harder. This guy didn't get as hard on the brakes, and just ended up going into the back. Now, this guy, he was good. He was on his line. I think going into this corner, especially just due to the nature of it and how tight it is, you can't be really going for any overtakes on this corner. And you also need to give a little bit of a gap because people are very prone to making mistakes on this corner, which, you know, once again, I think the Porsche is moving under braking, which the Porsche in front, the red one, is moving under braking. Although I would say they're both equally at fault, kind of goes down to a racing incident. But, you know, one tip for you guys to avoid incidents like this one is just to give a little bit more gap in the corners. You don't need to be right behind them. Focus more on slow in, fast out, so we get a good exit, and that also helps you avoid incidents like this. And yeah, also don't move under braking. All right, so here's the next one. It looks like Formula 4 cars at Coda. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So they're both going down to turn 11 here. Turn 11 is really heavy braking. Okay, that is very weird. I have no idea what this guy is doing, but let's see if he provides different angles. Yeah, so this is this guy's POV, I guess you could say, and you can just see here, he abruptly turns out of nowhere, and this is going to be the best view of us. So, as you can see, he's keeping it relatively straight on, and then just here is when he starts to turn over more, and then for some reason, he just goes full lock. This guy in the post, he did say what might have caused this. There's no bumps here that I know of in iRacing or in real life. That could have caused a big flick in force feedback. Alright, so I think there's three things that this could have come down to. The first one is he just let go of the wheel, and the wheel started to snap on him. Number two, the wheel disconnected for some reason, and that caused the big snap in steering. And finally, it could have been intentional. And to avoid an incident like this, if you are the gray car going through here, the red and gray car, there's really nothing that you could do. It was so abrupt, and you should have been given that space that you can't really do anything in this situation. So in my opinion, it's definitely on the number 7 car. Definitely his fault on this one. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. It seems to me like it probably was intentional, unless there's some issue with his wheel. Alright, so this guy on this post, he is wondering, he's trying to get people's opinions on if it was just a racing incident or did the guy start to move. Yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's see. So they're at the Red Bull Ring in the F4 cars. Another F4 clip. Seems like there's a lot of incidents in the F4. And I forgot what number corner this is. Kind of difficult downhill braking. The guy in front locks up. The suboptimal line. This guy does go a bit wide. And then this next corner up here is very fast. Kind of tricky to go too wide here. And yeah, this is a tricky one. At least he's able to get back very quickly. So entering here, it's going to be very difficult too wide. Of course you can. I've seen it so much you see in real life. You know, it is going to be a bit tricky. Sometimes you have to think about risk versus reward with some racing moves. Here though, I think that was a fair lunge, and then this guy is turning in way too early. for this corner, you start turning in probably after the 50 board. You know, you're not turning in this early. I don't say it's a racing incident though, or I think it is on the fault of the number 14 cutting across. I don't think that he should have cut across like that. You know, at this point, he's already directly alongside him. You know, like they're right next to each other. They're not like, oh, he's only halfway beside you or anything. They're full on, and he actually gets ahead a little bit at this point. This one, the guy starts turning in. So I think number 14 just acted like this guy did not exist and just turned for the apex. So I'm gonna put the blame on the number 14. I don't really see anything that the Red Bull could have done. I think it was a clean move if the number 14 didn't end up causing that incident. All right, so this guy is wondering who is at fault for this collision besides the spinning Cadillac. So he doesn't blame the Cadillac at all. He's saying that other people could have been at fault. So Cadillac there just runs wide and focus on the GT3 too much. Runs wide there, clips the grass, and yeah. Let's see this point of view. This is somewhat difficult. It's very. I'm going to put this one down as a racing incident, and this is why. So Black Cadillac went off. You know, it's a racing mistake, and spun onto the track. Couldn't really control that. I don't understand why the Cadillac right here didn't slow down more, or slowed down too much. He slowed down way too much. He could have kept going. You know, like, as you can see, he's almost to a stop, and this guy basically had no warning of that. So, you know, I can't put blame on this guy. It's more, I think this guy shouldn't have slowed down as much, but, you know, sometimes people panic. That's why I'm kind of putting it as a racing incident. That stuff like this happens while in racing, and it's really no one's fault. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys are interested in any of the Assetto Corsa mods that I make, there's a link down below where you can join my Discord server. Also, if you are interested in joining iRacing, I have a referral link down below, which if you get a 3-month more subscription, that actually ends up helping out me and the channel. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.